United States seeking alternatives to Chinese cobalt. Okay, that's interesting. Let's check this out. Okay. China's Commerce Ministry saw public opinion last December on the potential move to add the technology to prepare samarium cobalt magnets, neodymium iron ore magnets, a serum magnet. All right, so apparently we have issues with China, and they think that just flex all this. Hopefully, now recall we get most of our rare earths from China. And most of that stuff comes from their mines in the Congo, I believe.
Okay, why is cobalt so important? Widely used in various industries due to its remarkable properties as high temperature resistance, corrosion resistance, and magnetic performance, primarily used in lithium ion batteries and in the manufacture of magnetic, wear resistant, high strength alloys. Okay. And also used in production of superheroes and alloys, tool steels, hard alloys, ceramic pigments, catalysts, desiccants, reagents, pigments, and dyes. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so it's used for a lot of good stuff, a lot of good shit, but apparently, we have issues with cobalt and whether that's mined ethically. All right. So we gotta have it.
It's also used for things like superalloys for gas turbine engines. So that'd probably be really important for the military. Chemicals, carbide and diamond tools and magnets, medical implants, ceramics, computer industry. Okay, so that's huge. So that probably plays into the chip shortages and the Taiwan maybe issue. Maybe that's related, I don't know. But it's used in the oil and refining. And oil refining as a catalyst removes sulfur and impurities from crude oil. Okay. So for you guys that hate EVs and all that stuff, good on you. Go ahead and hate them. We still need that cobalt for the oil and gas industry. So, what do we do? How do we lessen our reliance on China for all these cobalt minerals and rare earths? Because it's apparently a lot of drama going on right now.
Well, came back in December last year. China bans export of rare earths processing tech over national security. Okay, I guess they're flexing their muscles on us because of sanctions we did on them regarding Taiwan.
Yeah, all this. Yeah. "70% of the cobalt mines is mined from the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is already a politically unstable country with well-documented history, poor labor and environmental practices in its mining sector." Shit. China's ability to deny access to cobalt creates a national security vulnerability. Yeah, I think we just figured that out. Pretty big deal.
Anyway, why am I talking about this stuff? Well, this is just what I find interesting, for one. And I figure, maybe us little people can find an opportunity to make a buck off of the macroeconomics and geopolitics that's going on. I am no expert. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it's just what I find interesting. So I figured you guys might too, or at least someone would. So, anyways, these are the things that I'm looking at to maybe capitalize on this cobalt issue and rare earths issue, like investing in certain stocks, right? So let's check out some of these options.
So anyways, I got to looking around, and I happened upon this little company that has operations in Finland, and I believe it's actually an Australian company, if memory serves, and it's in Idaho. Hey, look what it says right there. Constructing America's only primary cobalt mine. This mine has an interesting story. 2022 it was actually going to go into first production, getting this new mine built because they wanted to, supply the EV, the electric vehicle chain, and the Department of Defense is interested in this mine, by the way. But anyways, cobalt prices were at all-time high of like $40 a pound. And then seemingly out of nowhere, they just dropped like a rock. And they couldn't justify opening the mine, so they had this mostly built mine ready to go, but they just couldn't, so they had to call it. So right now it's just sitting and idle. But I don't think it'll be that way forever. And if that's my personal bet with this particular company.
So I admit, it really bummed me out when this thing just dropped like a rock. But I took the advantage of the dip, as they say, and I did some cost averaging, so... I have faith that eventually this thing will become something. Yeah. Bear in mind, when this went down, at its peak, right there at around 60 cents, that mine wasn't even in production yet, and people still valued it that high. That mine is still in existence and owned by that company, Jervoy. So, I mean, hey, imagine getting it at 1.8 cents and it gets back up 60 cents or whatever. That'd be pretty freaking amazing, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Anyways, this is not financial advice at all. I'm speculating this is like gambling. This is OTC market. Yeah, you know, this is not financial advice. This is gambling. But, information.
Check this out. A year later, new highlights. Obviously, the government is interested in this. Yeah, so this is serious business. Some other news highlights on their website. Yeah, I don't think that company's going anywhere. I think it's going to be fine. But again, I'm just speculating. So, yeah, so what I do. Let's hope I'm not wrong.
Another small company I'm looking at. They're Canadian, and they have the biggest rare earth deposit in North America. It still needs to be developed. They have a pilot plant over there. And that's something that we need in North America.
Now, if you wanted to make a safer bet on the rare earths market, I want to go with one of these guys like Linus Rare Earths. They are a producer. I think they're an Australian company, if memory serves. So, something to think about. They're a producer.
And then there's this company here, Olympic Materials. It's an American company. I think this mine that they have, Mountain Pass, is in California. Now do your own research and get all the details. Always do your research, because I am not qualified to give investing advice. I'm just speculating and gambling. This is what I find interesting, folks. Anyways, best luck to you all there, and I hope this is useful to you. Yeah. By the way, Commerce Resources and Javoy Global, they're very undeveloped and higher risk, as they're not producers yet. So keep that in mind. What?